I mean it. This is accelerating. This is happening faster and faster. Yay! You gotta love this investor-led planet that we're on where companies just have to keep earning more profits every single year. They keep blaming inflation, but it's literally just going into people's pockets of whom you probably would hate. Like, you'd be mad to see who is taking all this money. And mate, no brand is safe anymore, honestly. If anything, the bigger the company, the more likely this is happening. Mate, I love me Casios. Love me a good Casio, hey? I love this aesthetic, like the kind of the gold and the whatnot. I can't wear this idiot because honestly, this cheap, nasty band has this habit of literally cutting me. I've had like marks and cuts just from wearing this thing. Get off. Get off. Get off! Oh, and now the cheap, crappy latch won't give up. I don't even care if I break it now. Like, you know, F this thing. Oh, God. But this one actually works. And, ooh, it's got a light. You see that? Yes. Dank after dark. Very nice. But, ooh, look at the light in it. Well, recently, while I was in the city yelling at banks, I picked up this. Whoa, brand new Casio. I love these calculator idiots. And look at that. It kind of looks like a vacuum fluorescent tube display, like an old microwave. It's not. It's just regular LCD or whatever it is, but it looks like it. And this like gunmetal kind of black, gray, whatever. Not made in Japan either, but this watch band actually doesn't cut me, and it actually latches up. You hope it'd latch up for 250 Aussie bucks. 250 bucks this cost, but I liked it, and I was in the city, and I was grumpy at banks, so I got it. Well, then what's wrong with it? Well, let me try something. We're back to Dank After Dark here, and let's go ahead and try and tell the time. Okay, so we're gonna, so the backlight is, let me just find the, do you get it? See this $40 idiot? It's got a backlight. Well, for 250 bucks, you don't get a backlight anymore. Are you that tight-fisted, Casio? Really? Like, you've already shipped off out of Japan to save money on labor. Now, you know you've got to put a dinkus LED globe in it. 250 bucks. Thanks so much. Well, I mean, it could be worse. My G-Shock, mate. Right? Casio, G-Shock, fun. Do you notice something? It's not on anymore. Yeah, because it turns out this guy has got like Bluetooth and potential app capabilities. All these crappy features of which I wasn't using have balked the battery and it's already dead. This guy is way older than this guy, still ticking along happily. All I want it to really do is just to tell the time and not break, and be visible in the dark. 500 bucks to not tell the time, that's a bargain compared to... Oh, my pucks. What is this, my iPhone 13 Pro Max or something? Not even that old of a phone. A lot of mates of mine still rock these because, like, new phones honestly just don't really offer all that much. Except for USB-C, but who cares? So I keep my old iPhones around on the hopes of that I'm going to have an army of 4K 60 cameras, because 4K 60 frame a second cameras are annoyingly hard to get still, and so I can have an army of them so I can set them all up and get different angles of potential videos I want to make. Then you can just, like, airdrop them to my workstation, whatever. This does not boot up anymore. It's kapowed. Nothing. All right? It was my main phone, then it wasn't, and then it sat for like a year, and I've gone to use it again, and no matter what, it won't even boot. Not even on the power, nothing. Like what, 2,000 bucks worth of phone like a year and a half ago, literally a paperweight. Literally useless. It's out of warranty as well, so well done, Apple. You got me. Nice. Nice to know that 2,000 bucks doesn't even give you a useful device a few years down the road. I'm really starting to hate modern tech. It's starting to feel pointless and like a big waste of money. And like everyone hates subscription services, and like this is a hardware subscription service. Every like 3 or something years, you got to spend another 2,000 bucks to have another toxic feed rectangle. So loving your work, Apple. Totally haven't switched to Linux in the background. You know, spoilers, potential new video. So I try and support smaller companies. Okay, let's avoid the stooges. Let's go smaller. I needed webcams for my drum stream, which is on hiatus at the moment. You'll see. But I picked up these Lumina cameras. They're meant to be super snazzy, super wing bow webcams. They say they do 4K, which is pretty nuts. And like, look how tiny and dinkus they are. There it is. And then there's software that does all sorts of AI stuff, like it make it look like you've got a cameraman, so as you're moving left and right, it'll kind of track your head so it looks more dynamic and whatnot. Although, annoying thing, it's 4K, but only 25 frames a second, which isn't good. You know, that's like not very impressive. Like 4K 60. As I said earlier, it's like that's such a hard resolution to find where it's like buttery smooth. No, it's kind of more cinematic style. And I thought by balking down the 1080, I'd be able to get 1080-60. And from what I've found, no, it doesn't work that way. So apart from not looking good enough for what I need them to do, oh, look, a USB-C cable. Let me show you this. Look at this. It barely grabs. It barely grabs. Literally to the point where the computer wouldn't even recognize them. Right? The slightest bump, putting this back up on the tripod to use it, would make that fall out. So that one's crap. This one's okay? Like, look at that. That barely goes in there. Here's another thing I balked in my stream. This is a PreSonus. I mean, what it actually is garbage. This is the guy that goes from my big desk to this, and then this to the computer. Just because a lot of big audio desks have really crappy, noisy USB inputs. And so putting it through a good interface, right? I think I got 2 years out of this. 2 years, and then literally won't even turn on anymore. Won't even turn on. And before it did, it was kicking around and like being super unreliable. And now it's effed, and it's out of warranty, and I'm stuck with it. So, thanks so much, PreSonus. Never again. Bluetooth. I hate Bluetooth just because it fights you. If you have more than one Bluetooth... Ew, look out, sorry. iPad's so filthy. If you have more than one Bluetooth thing, it's awful. Because they all have main character syndrome. They all have to pretend that they're your main device, right? Well, these are not my main device. These are what? Sony XM4s, blah, blah, blah. Sony doesn't know how to name anything unless it's a PlayStation. I misplaced my AirPod Pros. That's what I usually use if I want to use Bluetooth. I saw these. I figured, hey, I haven't used these in a while. Let's plug them in and use them. Well, they don't hold charge anymore. It's ogre. It's all ogre. And you betcha I've left them plugged in overnight. These would blink red a little bit, but I couldn't even get them to hook up, even in their case with the thing open. Like, no, they're gone. Oh, mate, these are so grumpy. So I've been doing this channel for 5 years now, and so many Bluetooth things are just starting to cash in their chips. I've lost some AKG headphones. I've lost more than one set of AirPods. Now these Sonys have booted it. All these different Bluetooth headphones. I could have had a set of Audazes, and they'd still be amazing. But yeah, don't really expect more Bluetooth headphone videos out of me unless I'm just making fun of them. Samsung's knockoff AirPods. I gotta get them just to point and laugh at them, Smaznug. But other than that, it's just peak hardware subscription. What, in 3-4 years' time, you got to spend another $300 just to get pretty good sounding audio. Car audio. I did a vid about some cheap ones a little bit ago, and I was upgrading some speakers in one of my cars, and I put down good money on good speakers. I mean, I thought they were good. Silly me, buying Pioneers. Ooh, Pioneer Zeds. Ooh, high-res audio. Bing Bong Central. Yeah, look how serious they look. Well, fitted these, as well as this hilarious head unit. This thing's great. It's flip out, CD, DVD, actually with a volume wheel on the front. So many of these don't have that, and you don't want those. But also CarPlay as well. It does everything. Well, after one day of using it, the speakers wouldn't work anymore. Turns out these were made improperly, where they were grounded out from the factory. Yeah, and what it did was ground itself out and blow up the amplifier. So the speakers were crap, and it killed my head unit. Literally, $1,300 worth of stuff destroyed. Imagine if you went to some dodgy audio shop to get this fitted for you. They would gaslight you the heck and back. Near $500 speakers blowing up a near $700 head unit. So, loving the future, trusting big companies. So Pioneer can join the list of brands I'm never ever going to interact with again. Thankfully, I'm getting a return on this. And honestly, I'm only getting such an easy return because I didn't use eBay. I didn't use any of those crappy scam shopping websites. I used an audio store and ordered these in. Avoiding big companies really does save headaches. Folks, even my stinking electric toothbrush is gone. I changed the heads on them. See, I don't care what color I want to put on there. This one's got purple. And it's not that the battery's cacking this. It works fine. It's that it's a haywire pile of garbage. Watch this. If you bend it, it turns on. So if you put any pressure on it, it'll turn itself off. What a piece of crap. I'm touching this so gently. It's garbage. So Even your toothbrush is a subscription now. Gosh, when you can't trust brands like Colgate and Apple, like, you know, it's not looking good nowadays. I no longer want a new Casio. Like, secrets and spoilers, I have a whole bunch of ancient Japanese-made Casios that need all sorts of fixing and whatnot coming. And we're gonna have a big Casio-a-thon where we fix a whole bunch of them and actually maybe end up with something that's worth owning. Well, thanks for listening to my whinging. Cheers, floaties, mate. There's extra stuff there. Look, I opened Kinder eggs, and you can watch me clean up Frank's poo, among other things. So, thanks so much, mate. I'll see you all next time. Hammock Frank is happening. Hammock Frank is happening. I'm so happy that the Hammock Frank is happening. No, don't stop, Frank. Resume the hammocking. No, she's stalled out by my phone. Why do you like phones so much? Resume hammocking. Oh, forget it.